welcome to Podcast by Yo. I hope you guys' Sunday is going well. I do. It is amazing what has transpired in my life on the journey in San Francisco. So come on in, join the topic. The topic of the night is through my limited series of being a surgical tech in the San Francisco area and doing it scared. That's what it is. So let's get into this. Let's get into this. So this is going to be a deep conversation, so I hope you guys is ready. I'm not probably ready, but that's okay. And I say this in a way of not ready in that way, but ready in a way of talking about uncomfortable things. Sorry, that was a fruit fly on my face. Talking about uncomfortable things. So 19 years in now as a vet. And as a person that can say they stepped out of their comfort zone and went to another state to work at a fabulous institution. So I'm proud of myself on that. So I give myself credit there. And I want to go down a little pathway, you guys, real quick. So sometimes we as people grow up, and as we're growing, we choose different virtues and different routes of where we're going. And sometimes along the way, people drop off. They do. You elevate, you exceed your own expectations and own standards. I've talked about that. But as you elevate to greater and new heights, and it is nothing against any of your friends, but your friends will stop coming around, or you might show up at your friend's house and wanting to check on them. And for me, when I check on somebody, I mean it. I'm checking on you because I care about you and you're on my mind. And if you're on my mind, I check on you, you are a special person to me. Yes, you are. If I don't check on you, that means you have earned your way to that position that you have. And that's nothing against anybody. That means I gave you too many opportunities to correct your behavior and you chose not to. So you have that seat. So anyway, sometimes we need to do that to other people, and we need to stop allowing people to get away with certain things of that nature. So let's work on that. But anyway, so recently I grew out of a friendship that was a friendship for 20 plus years. And what I say, it was actually kind of shocking, like to have this play out in front of your face. Sometimes you don't think that sometimes we feel like friendships are forever, and even if they're 10 plus years, 5 plus years, 20 plus years in, sometimes they have to end. Sometimes they no longer can suit you, or you no longer can suit them, and that's okay. That's okay to grow out of somebody. That's okay to move on. But it is your behavior. It is your behavior how to find them. It is your behavior on how to acknowledge them and apologize. It's up to you and your accountability. And if you don't take it, and the person treats you wrong, and you just, I walked away from a friendship. And sometimes you elevate so high, like I said, and you can't look back, because that circle, they're not part of your circle, and that's okay. And it's sad, but you know what? We have to grow on, and we have to realize that some people are not for you. Some people are not with you. Some people don't want to be a part of what you're doing. Some people don't even like the fact that you're exceeding and having excellency, and you're having such good strength and such good outcomes, even through all your burdens and your ugliness, that they're your friends, but they're your haters too. You will have haters, you will have enemies, you will have all of these things because some people are just jealous of the fact that you created and you have done so many good things and you are doing good things that they just don't even want you to be happy. And they'll be right next to you. Right next to you. But you got to let them go. We got to stop being people pleasers. We have to stop letting and cherishing something that's not even meant for us. So let's stop that. Let's get rid of those bad traits. Because guess what? In the end, those people don't pay your bills. They do not hold you at night when you're crying. They're not helping you get off work. They're not joining you on a 12-hour shift. They're not doing any of those things. None of it. But yet and still, we invite them in our home, sit at our table, stand next to us, be in our circle, knowing that when they leave our presence, all they're doing is whispering. They're not shouting. When you're shouting for somebody, you're shouting. You're back there clapping, okay? But when you are whispering, you're whispering. Those are secrets. That's gossip. I don't want to be your friend if you're going to gossip, because that means you're going to gossip about me. So, let's get on. So, let's talk about my week, you guys, because how I rattle about that. So, week. Monday came and it went fast. I found everything. It went great. Tuesday, you guys, I have a new boyfriend. He's a dog, you guys, named Coffee. He is the cutest thing. He's my boyfriend because he humped on my leg. That's okay. Met him at the park and ride. And his mother, Tanisha Haynes, she is so sweet. I met her too. And guess what? These people out here are nice, you guys. She called me when I was coming home from work on Thursday, invited me to a reggae music in the park. You guys, I had never experienced reggae music in the park, you guys. Never. And they were sharing food and sharing and drinks and they were helpful and gave me a chair. Washington people, we need to step up. We is ugly. Anyway, I'm still happy about that. Then on Friday, hi my friends. Then on Friday, I went to a social park that had food trucks, a whole bunch of food trucks, y'all. They had fire pits and all this fabulous stuff, and the food was good, and I felt like I belonged. I felt like I belonged. Yes, I sure did. And then I dropped champagne off, you guys, my car, because remember I told you guys got in an accident. That was my first weekend when the devil was like, let me knock her down. Well, guess what? It's okay because champagne's in the shop now. She's getting fixed. Yeah, she's about to get fixed. Anyway, today I went to church. But let's go back. Rewind my little life back. On Wednesday, I had a praise break. I was listening to gospel and I came back to my little Behold home right now. And I sat down and I looked around, you guys. Ooh, let me get my tea. I looked around, and have you ever meditated? Take a time right now and meditate and look around and see what you've accomplished and marinate on it. I want you to realize that you are walking in everything that you have prayed for. Everything you have prayed for. It could be this big, it could be huge, it could be a magnitude, and God put you there. He answered your prayer, even though your prayer could have been minuteness, it could have been nothing, it could have been small, it could have been a mustard seed, it could have been a whisper, it could have been a thought, it could have been not even a complete vision. Nothing. And somehow, some way, you did it. You beat the outcome of it. So let me get to this part. So, like I said, I was coming on this episode about being scared, doing it scared. When I was 16, some of you guys know if you watched my other episodes that I had my daughter when I was 16, just past my 16th birthday. And I was sitting there on Wednesday on this couch. And I said to myself, with this 16-year-old girl in me, the one that birthed a baby that's 16 years apart from each other, she did that scared. She did that with fear. And now sitting here 19 years in as a tech, knowing that I had to beat the odds, knowing I had to get through the ugly, would she be proud of me? Would that girl that was laying in that bed after she delivered, had a very hard delivery, would she be proud? And you know what? As I sat there, I shouted, I cried, and I said, that 16-year-old girl would be proud because she has done everything scared. Doing it scared doesn't mean you're a failure, doesn't mean you are doing mistakes. Doing it scared is because you got want. You got pride. You have power. You want it. You are going to work for it. You are going to do it. You are going to get through it. You are going to jump over every single hurdle. It doesn't matter how tough it looks. Beat it. Screw that. Guess what? You are going to have haters. You're going to have people whisper about you. But guess what? While they're whispering, you leave them in that tunnel. You leave them in the past. You elevate up so high that they don't even want to call you back and tell you that they're sorry for the lack of accountability that they have shown you. When you have got to this place, and I have gotten to this place, and I was scared everywhere I went. I was scared when I got married. I was scared when I had a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared when I first walked into the operating room. But yet and still, I still do it every day. So, there's a song out there, you guys. I forget his name. Oh, Forrest Frost. Forrest Frost. It's called Dope. Listen to that song. And in the verse it says, I wrote it down. He says, when you make it to the top, watch them drop. I'll tell you this. My circle is but of a few people. And because every time I elevated and made moves, people didn't like me. They were mad at everything I did, even though they didn't know that I was at home struggling with a whole bunch of different things. They were still hating, but what they didn't realize is I had people around me that loved me more than their hate and prayed over me so hard. Like right now, my prayer warriors. I was prayed over by a church that I don't even belong to, because that's how much people love me and support me, because they want me to be successful and they want me to achieve greatness. Be around those people. Be around those people. Remind yourself. We have to get around people who want goodness in us and pick us up when we crying. Cause trust me, I've had my friends who come over and say, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I'm like, "Yeah, this was going on." We are all in something. So grow from that. Have higher standards. I have high standards for myself. Everybody should have high standards. Even when you're crying and say, you know what, I got to get out this hole. I got to dig out this. It's not worth it. It's worth it to stay in it for a second to feel those emotions, but then you have to level up and you have to morph into a Power Ranger. I don't know, put on your pink suit and morph out of it, because you'll be that 50, 60-year-old person having regrets. What I realized and I learned in the operating room is people have regrets. And they'll tell you, especially when they're older and they come in as patients, I don't ever want to have regrets. So I'm blessed that I have friends. I'm blessed that I have a good husband and a daughter that's supportive in my family. I'm blessed with those things. And guess what? I'll tell you what, that circle is still small. You know why? Because the people who said that they was going to help me and be by me, I had too much of standards and expectations for myself. And when they seen me falling, they didn't come. I picked up my own pieces. I glued myself back together. I left them standing where they are. Don't look back. Past is for its past. So be bigger than what you are and be bigger than what you can be. Don't ever let somebody whisper in your ear. There's no telling who are they whispering back to. Well, that's all for tonight, you guys. Episode 3, I just want you guys to know that it isn't easy. You have to do it scared because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. The outcome could be so massive that you'll be like, damn, I shouldn't have gave up. I'm so glad I kept going. It may take you longer. But who cares? Keep going. Because nothing can stop you but you. Because we have a generous God out there. I'll tell you what, I am walking in every prayer. Even though it took me 19 years to get out of the state of Washington, when I asked God, I want to operate in another place. I need something else besides these misery people. And guess what? I didn't even have the expectations when I got here. You know why? Because I didn't want to disappoint myself. But guess what? I didn't even disappoint myself because God, man, He shined. You gotta move when you gotta move. When you're uncomfortable, that means it's time to go. Stop staying stuck and stop having a broken mindset and stop having a stuck mindset. Open your world. Open your imagination. Open it. And stop. Oh yeah, my shout outs, everybody. Y'all, I got some shout outs. I wrote it down this time because last time I didn't. Shout out to John and Stacy Current. John used to be he was my karate instructor, my dad's best friend. And his wife, Stacy, I've known her for 30 years. And I went their church today in San Francisco. And you know what? The love was there before I even got there. I want to take shout out to Tayana Hayes, my new boyfriend, for taking me out because you know what? She seen me in my dark when I first got here, and she pulled me out, was like, get outside. And you know what? If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have met other things. I wouldn't even met the mayor. I met the mayor of a city, y'all, because you know me, I'm a talker. And I want to shout out to all my angels, all my support, all the ones that checked up on me, asked about me. Oh, and I want to shout out to the people who lack thereof of me in their present. Yeah, I want to shout out to those people to keep on because my angels is more powerful than what you got going on. So, and my people who are on my live tonight. I got my friend Gigi. Yes, girl, I'll see you soon. My best friend Joe. Oh, I love you. Yes, call on her, Joe Dancer. She can make some clothes. Boy, I be looking sharp. And my friend Vibes. Hey, how you doing? Lila, I love you. That's my niece, actually. Hey, little niece. I love you guys. So I'm happy you guys came on here. So now there won't be a video next. I won't have an episode next week because I'm going back home for a minute. But I'll have an episode the following week when I come back with some more lively updates on my life. And so I'm excited, and I'm excited that you guys are on this journey with me, and I'm excited that I'm going through these emotions with you guys because guess what? I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. So take care and have a great rest of your week. If you started off rough last week, start off strong this week. You can't just stop because something got to you. So, podcast by Yo, good night, and we will take care. Oh, yes, we could do a birthday special. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll get on that. Best friend. I'll talk to you later. Good night, you guys.